At the very tip of Africa lies iThemba Laboratory for accelerator-based science, the largest accelerator facility in the Southern Hemisphere and the only cyclotron facility on the African continent. iThemba Labs offers unique research capabilities to local and international researchers. The Cape Town facility also produces radiopharmaceuticals for the diagnosis and treatment of cancer. iThemba Labs is where science comes to life, where real people are using science in various ways to impact the lives of every South African. Visit their Facebook page, iThemba Labs Cape, or email director@tlabs.ac.za. And we are sitting with iThemba Labs right now here on Helderberg FM 93.6. We are talking to Mr. Ambrose Yaga, who is the manager of the Science Engagement section of iThemba Labs. How are you today?
Lekker, Johan.
Ach, lekker, Mr. Ambrose Yaga. It's great to have you here. It's the International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development. So iThemba Labs, they are known for advancing knowledge, transforming lives, inspiring a nation. And the year 2022 has been designated by UNESCO as the International Year of Basic Science for Sustainable Development. But how do we attract young people to a discipline that is perceived as very hard and difficult, Mr. Ambrose Yaga?
Okay. Thank you, Johan. I think we need to start with challenging that perception that it is difficult. Because that is what is driving them away, the fact that we say it is difficult. It is for everybody. It lives amongst us. Maths and science is what we see every day. It is on our streets. It is on our homes. It is in our kitchens. Before it goes to the laboratory, it is all around us first. So we need to shy away from saying it is difficult. The second point that I can make is that when you talk about maths and science, you must contextualize it. It must be in the context and it must be relevant to learners. Okay, so you got to come to the reality, to the reality of the learners. What is it that they do every day, and how do you make the connection, between the science itself and what they do every day, so that when they are sitting in the classroom and they are doing mathematics and science, they can relate to their everyday experiences.
So, isn't it important then, and this is maybe a little bit off topic, but to stimulate that curiosity with young learners?
Curiosity is the buzzword.
Yes, because if you are curious, you will not be bored and you won't find it difficult. You will find it advancing.
You will actually instill the passion. It just comes by itself for the facts that you want to know. And another thing, it is important that curiosity means that you want to know how things work, which is very, very crucial in you eventually becoming, that bug that wants to be in the science space all the time, if I can use that term.
Figuring out the questions of life, but then also transforming some of that. Yes. That is a phenomenal thing to do.
Wow.
And in that perspective, what in your view are some of the main challenges that need to be addressed in order to improve accessibility to science, I presume?
We have the other important stakeholder here, that is called the teachers, educators. Educators' influence on how learners learn mathematics and science goes a long way in making or breaking a learner. So your attitude as a learner in maths and science can also be attributed to whether you got the best of teaching. So we got to also look at the teachers as an important stakeholder and make sure that we empower teachers. Okay, we must continuously empower teachers.
100%. I totally agree with you that teachers are often overlooked because they play such an incredible role in creating that curiosity and also making it fun for the learner. We heard that you recently participated in SCI Fest that was presented in Makanda, Grahamstown from 6 to 13 September. What is SCI Fest and how were you involved?
SCI Fest is an annual festival that happens in Makanda, and I think the last one was in 2019 before COVID. So for the last 2 years, it has not been there. So it was good to be in that space. And SCI Fest brings together a number of institutions, organizations, universities, private companies, all with a common purpose of promoting science and making sure that the public appreciates science and technology. So what we did as iThemba Labs, we're a team of 4 people, and we set up an exhibition, interactive exhibition, interacting with the public, telling the public who we are, what is it that we benefit the society with, what are the opportunities for young people at iThemba Labs, what are the opportunities for career and for research and career development. And we also were running a workshop activities for learners, high school learners. And if I can elaborate on that, the workshops were about making a connection between an activity that happens in class and what the learners see every day. For example, if I can get a little bit more deeper, it was about how do you use light, okay, laser light, to understand why a CD and a DVD have got different capacities. That the DVD you can load movies and all, but the CDs you are limited to what you can load onto it. So the activity was about that and how we infuse mathematics, to understand as to why this happens.
Amazing. Yeah. It is really spectacular to hear what you did in Makanda, but what do you offer to the local public, specifically to those living or attending school in the Helderberg Basin?
For schools, we have experiments that we offer to, especially to high school, certain activities, certain experiments, because that's another important factor that is lacking in our school in science education space. Teachers don't seem to have a lot of time for experiments, so we try and fill in that gap whenever we can. So teachers can call upon us to come and do some of the activities. They can get to know which ones from us, and we also have got something for primary schools as well. We love science shows, okay? Because we feel that is one activity that actually gives an opportunity to intervene at a very early age, So we go to primary schools to do science. So sometimes, if all allows, they also come to us. We also have got career sessions for high schools, all right? We leverage on the fact that we are a facility that has got multidisciplines in terms of science and technology. So from time to time, we got onto a car with some of the scientists that we have at iThemba Labs, and we go and do career sessions at various schools, and learners get to kind of get a one-on-one, question and answer sessions with our scientists. They get to know what scientists do, what is it that actually inspires scientists, and all of that.
That is amazing. I love how iThemba Labs reaches out to the schools and the community around them, and you are such an incredible building too. When I drive past the Cape Town Film Studios, obviously people see the sets on the way to the airport on the N2, and then that big building, the iThemba Labs building at the back, and I always wonder what's going on there. It looks very interesting. You would think that's kind of the place where they make superheroes, or where the superheroes are. But would audiences be able to request specific activities from iThemba Labs and your team in terms of, I guess you guys don't do like birthday parties or anything like that, but no, I'm just joking. But I mean, like in terms of how people can get involved and how they can learn, or maybe do a showcase, or maybe even give you a stall somewhere or some sort of presentation opportunity.
Yes, they can reach to us via emails, CISE@tlabs.ac.za, CISE@tlabs.ac.za, sorry. They can also call on us 021-843-1000, and they will be referred to the Science Engagement Department, and then we can discuss what is it that particular stakeholder would like us to have or to be involved in.
Amazing. CISE@tlabs.ac.za, or you can visit the website at www.tlabs.ac.za. That is iThemba Labs, and they are really making some great strides with advancing knowledge, transforming lives, and inspiring a nation by science. And it's incredible to hear that you guys are working with people like NASA in space radiation, and all these amazing talks we've had at this time every week from now on. And I guess this week all the scientists are at the CTICC for the big nuclear physicist convention.
Yes.
How are things going over there?
They're going very well. And I need to say a big thank you to some of the research scientists that took time yesterday, for example, and put together an activity that is aimed at teachers. So we had teachers yesterday interacting with some of the research scientists that are attending the current conference at the Cape Academy for Maths and Science. Math, Science and Technology in Constantia. I hope I've got that right. So we had some fun time there, where they showed teachers, how they can use simple, toy stuff like Legos to teach nuclear science in their classrooms at the level of high school, of course. So we had some fantastic time, and we were excited like children,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Science is so much fun, actually. Once you get involved with that, it is such a great problem solver and such a stimulating thing. And in the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. So thank you, iThemba Labs. Thank you, Mr. Ambrose Yaga, the manager of the Science Engagement. It was great to have you here today. Anything else you want to leave us with?
Science inspires a nation.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrose. Have a beautiful day.